Some nations sentence juveniles who are convicted as adults to life in prison, but those cases are always up for review because those nations feel that these children can be changed. According to estimates, 10,000 Americans are currently imprisoned for life for crimes they committed when they were under the age of 18. So in this video, we are going to discuss top 4 teens in court reacting to life sentences. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Number 4. Corey Johnson. Corey Johnson, 21, murdered 13-year-old Giovanni Sierra on March 12, 2018. According to court documents, Johnson, who was 17 at the time, was a guest at the victim's birthday sleepover. The party was held at the home of Sierra's best friend, then 13-year-old Dane Bancroft. Johnson was apparently invited by Dane's older brother, Kyle Bancroft, who was 15 at the time. After everyone had gone to sleep, he stabbed Sierra several times before slitting his throat, and then stabbed Dane 32 times and his mother, Elaine Simon, 12 times. According to the affidavit, Johnson was reading the Quran on his phone before he attacked to give him the courage to carry out his intentions. Both Dane and Simon survived. Johnson hid in a closet afterward, and police used tear gas to subdue him. During the sentencing hearing, Johnson apologized to the families of the victims, saying he took the life of an innocent 13-year-old boy in the most cowardly way possible. Number 3. John Freeman. John Freeman was sentenced to 22 years to life in prison when he was 17 years old. The girl's mother, Crystal Walker, had left the child with Lassells while she went to her job at a Niagara Falls bar. The Lassells went to bed and left the girl with Freeman, who was a nearby neighbor and family friend, police said. Police said Freeman told them that Isabella wouldn't go to sleep and that he ended up choking her to death. He couldn't answer why, Sloma said, and that is what makes him, at 17 years old, so dangerous. Defense attorney Robert Viola said the evidence produced by a pediatric neuropsychologist who examined Freeman when a mental health defense was being considered showed that Freeman suffered from fetal alcohol spectrum, a birth defect caused by his mother's drinking while she was pregnant. Viola said that disorder impaired Freeman's decision-making abilities, but not so much that a mental health defense could have succeeded. Murphy didn't buy it. He told Freeman that fetal alcohol spectrum is still no excuse for your behavior. The judge said, "You crushed her life with no more thought than someone might crush a butterfly."
I'm so sorry to all that family, but nothing can take away from that. I understand that. I gotta wake up every day with that. So, just ask.
Number 2. Gavin Ramsey. In one of the most terrifying cases that came to light, a 17-year-old boy called Gavin Ramsey was sentenced to life without parole. Ramsey was convicted of Douglas's strangulation and sentenced. Police discovered in their investigation that Ramsey sneaked into the home of Douglas, who never locked her door, and took a video of her sleeping on the couch. He spent 2 hours taking more videos and photographs, covered her with clothes and a vacuum cleaner, and returned to his home before his parents awoke. Ramsey pleaded no contest and was found guilty in November 2018 of all the charges against him. He had been bound over to adult court because of the severity of the charges. Gavin Ramsey apologized for the crime.
"I'm so sorry for what I did. I constantly live in regret and shame because of it."
Number 1. Lindsay's sentence raising questions. At 16 years old, Nicholas Lindsay was pulled over by a cop responding to a reported possible car break-in nearby. When the 46-year-old police veteran stepped out to talk with Lindsay, the teenager shot him 5 times, causing the officer's death. At that time, the jury found the teenager guilty of first-degree murder, and the judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole. Lindsay's attorneys appealed for a reduced sentence from life sentence to 40 years in prison. The defense justified the appeal, trying to show it as clear signs of rehabilitation, but prosecutors presented evidence that also during that time, Lindsay was involved in fighting and cutting another inmate's face. His violent behavior has continued since the murder, said the judge, while sentencing Lindsay to life without parole for a second time, a decision that left Lindsay smirking in front of the judge while hearing it. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel